before our love got lost, you said. I hear lost calls, and all its silence. Constantly in the darkness, where's that? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of the street, the TV screen light. I can remember Canada, oh Canada. No face get shot twice. Oh, you're alive. You're so dear and so sweet. Oh, I think a case of you. And I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I live in a box of caves. I'm fighting by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching. So, should you touch mine? Are you forced out of me? And these lies sometimes hide. So sweet, I think a case of you. Still on your mind, I will still be on mine. I met a woman, she had a joy, she knew you like. She had bells in your teeth, and she said, don't know what you do, stay with them if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you are not like so good. Yes, so sweet, oh, I drink a case of you. Still, I might be on my feet. I will still be on my
All right, guys, I am back. So before I finish the rest of the readings, I still have the cards sitting out here in front of me. I want to talk to you guys about the people on YouTube that have been extremely problematic the past 6 years. This didn't just start. This has been going on for 6 years. I have been very, very kind. I have opened up my home. I have opened up my heart. I have been as good as I can be, okay, towards people that didn't even deserve it. So, that's why I don't question myself ever in the situation because, I know that I have done all that I can. And, I forgive myself for responding with anger, first of all, because these people will piss you off and make you angry. Okay. But I am a professional, and I recognize things in people. And the one thing that I can tell you is that I believe that narcissistic people are possessed by intranquil spirits. I believe that they have many, many different problems. And and I understand them probably more than they understand themselves. Now, throughout the years, for the past 6 years, I have often, very often, because of these people that refuse to pay for work, okay, they refuse to do it. I have often came on here and recited my exorcism incantation in Latin. I will not be doing that anymore. Um, this is one of the reasons why I've been so successful, is because I am an authentic high priestess. And for my clients that I get paid to help, um, when I do cleanses or hex removals, and even in some love work, but it's an extra fee for that, for an exorcism and a cleanse. I don't do cleanses or exorcisms for free for nobody. That throughout the years, what I have done on YouTube is I have came to YouTube and I have cleared the airwaves, so to speak, which is where I will do an exorcism incantation. My spirits have advised against that. We're not doing that anymore. Now, you can ask my clients if you want, but when I say that exorcism incantation, it tends to lift I mean, literally, that, I've reported clients that have felt lighter, whereas they felt very numb previously. They felt better, they felt stronger, they felt lighter, they felt happier. So what I do is very authentic. But throughout the years, because narcissists are pretty much going through some changes throughout the years, I have been nice enough to do free exorcism incantations on YouTube for them, and I won't do it. Okay. So a lot of them don't realize that you can't just go to anybody to get that done, obviously, because obviously things are not going right because they've been dealing with fake witches. Okay. So, I've seen witches on here reciting that exorcism incantation is not going to do you any good if the person behind it has no power. It's not going to mean a lick of difference. Demons go by what? Authority. They don't, a demon will look at you and they will not depart from a person because they'll say, you have no authority. That's how that works. Now, you may be able to do some self help for yourself. I will link you guys a link to the main exorcism incantation that I use. You guys want to help yourself, you're more than welcome. You guys can recite that incantation yourself. You can do it in the bathtub. You can, put yourself between 4 tea lights or 4 candles in a circle. You can have an incense or a sage stick going. I'm not giving anybody any more free exorcisms. I'm just not doing it. And I've been doing it for years. So I wanted to make that announcement because that's what they're waiting on. They want some kind of relief from what they're feeling, is what they want. They want some kind of help. Giving you free help is not my job. I am not some freaking slave for you. I do what I do out of the kindness and the strength of my heart. If for some reason, you can tell that the narcs, they want to use anything, any matter of the heart. That's why they attack your children. That's why they have been throwing up this fake breakup in my face for the past 2 years. I broke up with this guy in 2019. and they have done nothing but set traps and harassed me and stalked me since then. Okay. I have tried to keep this person under control, but unfortunately, this person is under the control of other codependent, malignant narcs. It's not my problem. I am a mother. I am somebody's child. I am also um, a, a spiritual help to many, many people. And let's not forget that my main concern has to be self. Okay, I'm not going to ever sacrifice myself for anyone else. And the fact that the reason why my spirits will not let me do it, they will not let me do it, is because of the disrespect that they have shown. And it's just not happening no more. Okay. Because I know that there has been, oh my God, countless times, countless times. You can probably look back on my channel. If you search through my videos and you go to my channel and you hit the search button and you look up exorcism or live exorcism, I'll do it myself right now. Hold on, let's do it. Let's do it right now. I'm sorry if you don't like it. And, you know, I don't know who you are or why you think that it's my problem, but it's not. By the way, y'all hit the thumbs up because usually, I swear to God, sometimes it'll be nothing but these narcissistic people in my room. Y'all are not my clients, period. Okay. So you know nothing about the work that I do. Not in, well, actually, you do know about the work that I do. You just don't pay for it. If you go to my channel and you hit the search and you search for exorcism, because I've had this channel since 2015, I think it was. Hold on. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Huh. You can see 3 years ago, I went live, prayers needed dealing with an abusive alcoholic ex. That was 3 years ago. I'm a totally different person now. 1 month ago, my rival is upset because she used my ex against me for clout and I trumped her. Those were not exorcism incantations, but if you go back, you'll probably, I don't know why I can't find them. But I've done it probably maybe 5 or 6 times. I've done it. Okay. And I'm not doing anymore. My spirits is saying, no, you people are way too disrespectful. We are not going to help you, because at the end of the day, some of them, the reason why they even know me is because spirit led them to me for help. But you can't call to your ancestors to force it. It's literally, it's not my problem, because we're about to get back to normal over here. They have managed to completely destroy this channel. Hello. Hey, Brooke. They have continued to harass my channel to the point where if you go back 2 years ago, like the Aries Future True Love reading, 3.5K views. If you guys notice, they have been able to really mess up this channel because, see, you've got codependent narcs that they couldn't stand the fact that I had more views than them. So, and especially the witches, the fake witches that you're seeing them hang amongst, got mad because, you know, I was getting more views than them. Well, now they're getting fake views. See, the views that I was getting was very real. As you can see, even my readings. Probably because the bad narcissistic energy, these people, it's not me at all. You know why I get less views? Because a lot of people that were on my channel previously have probably left YouTube because these people were so very toxic. Has nothing to do. I'm telling y'all. And then their expectation is to be able to mess up somebody's money. Well, why did I have groceries delivered to my house today? Why do I have a haul coming up later on this week? So that's their intent. Alfalfa leaf bring us healing and prosperity. I'm sorry, I'm doing some prosperity work, uh, especially for my circle too. And then a lot of times I'll have people that need work and they won't have the money, and I'll do money work for them so that they can get the work done. So we control our narrative, not them. Not them. You have no control. There's always an inward and an outward. There's always a way in and out. There's always a door. There's always a door. And see, y'all got me in the mood to watch me some Poltergeist. I like Poltergeist Part 3. Do y'all remember Poltergeist Part 3 when it was a portal that would open and it was water? Okay. We look, y'all are far, yeah, obviously y'all are very behind spiritually and you need to catch up. Y'all need some catch up. And I love you all to pieces, all of the narcs. I don't hate you. I don't. I don't hate you, but I've got to give you tough love at this point. Okay. So I'll link you the exorcism incantation. I run into negative spirits all the time as a spiritualist. Some of y'all might be authentic spiritualists. And that's why you're the way that y'all are. I even said myself that my ex is a voodoo child. He needs my help more than anybody. But he refuses, his foolish pride. But he's not so foolish that he doesn't come back every now and then so that he can get some of his, they call it supply, but it's mainly help. Okay. And nobody in this world has sympathy for narcs. Nobody. As you can see, some folks was in here and when I was doing the reading, they was like, no mercy on my narc. And I understand how they feel because those people have the right to protect themselves, whatever it is that you have to do. I agree with you. And the only thing left for them to do is to change their wicked ways. And if they don't do it, well, why would that be at a harm to the empath? Empaths are very understanding of what you're dealing with. The fact that y'all keep doing it live, doing it publicly, and it got downright weird. Yeah, last night was just very, very strange and weird. I'm not I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I've got a few things that I need to do. I'm making an alfalfa candle today. And I'm so freaking excited, y'all, because I'm about to order my wax because I'm about to be making candles, and those things that we do, it provides us therapies. And then my handmade candles, oh my God, they are so powerful. Yes, I will be making some decorative ones. Yes, I will. And, it's one of my favorite things to do. But however, my energy has been stretched to the max because I'm literally supporting not only my family, my mother, my father, all of my cousins. They actually are my first priority. But they know they have my number where they can call me if they need my help. And really, to be honest with you, I'm not permitted to do free work for them either. And I always tell y'all that. I always explain it, y'all. When y'all in my Hecate's Realm School of Magic, y'all get all of the information that y'all need. Okay. Hey, Ivy. Hello. Good morning, sweetie. Just on here showing some love to the narcs because I don't hate you. I may have gotten angry last night because of the handlers and the trolls and the dark entities that, tried to come for me last night. But I'm a very strong person, you know what I'm saying? And I know about magic, all of the ins and outs. I know how to protect myself with my own blood. I got blood all over the dance floor over here. And I'm talking about menstrual blood, which for some reason is very triggering for them. Women are very mysterious, the things that we can do. Um, they've got certain people who are actually supposed to be protecting me. They have certain people in a paranoid state of being. But at the end of the day, I'm always honest. I'm always forgiving. And I'm always on top of things. That's my job. Of course, I dealt with the emotional aspect of it, but to be honest with you, I haven't been emotional because when my narc twin flame love bombed me just yesterday, I knew he was going to do this. Of course, that's what they do. It's very fast cycling. He couldn't even wait a day before he had to, just try to throw me under the bus again. Literally, the man was just on the phone with me telling me how much he loved me yesterday and then went live and threw me under the bus again publicly. The reason why they're so upset is because they know that he really does love me. He does. And a lot of these other people love me too, and they've been texting me telling me that they love me. So there's love there, but at the end of the day, my babies and myself are my first priority. I've got a lot of house projects that I'm going to be doing. And I cannot do this anymore with these people. But that is what they need. They need an exorcism. Every time I do that exorcism incantation, their problems go away. And so does mine. But spirits told me to be still. And one day they'll come and they'll thank me. Trust me. They'll say, you know what, she was right. And the full moon is coming. Ow. Sure, pure energy. You can ask me something if that's what you guys want to do. If you guys want to, if you are being afflicted by a narc, let me just tell you something. You are probably going on the same path as me. And okay, let me just tell y'all something. Y'all know that lady, Ivana, the one that hosts the show Fix My Life. She needs spiritual help right now. She had to quit her job. She left that show. Did y'all know that? They need to replace her with me. I'm not a Hollywood type of person. Whatever I do would be genuinely real. I've been offered a show before and probably eventually I will. Because I am a very, very rich source of spiritual information and energy. And that is what they get from me. Many of them hate me because they have a spiritual path that they'd rather avoid. So, and it's a total lack of understanding. Stalking me at technically my job is not going to help. Do y'all think that it's right for them to stalk me here? If they have a problem with me, why can't they contact me? And why can't they talk like they have good sense? For example, this woman that's in the UK, she needs my help bad. She's screaming for my help. Her children are screaming for my help. Instead of her contacting me, what does she do? she comes online and she attacks me. Hello, Sabrina. All of them could use my help, but the problem is that I can't give you free help. Now, what I did do was I did call to some angels. So I let a lot of angels in. And I will send you a guardian angel. But as far as me directly, if you have got to sit there and open up your vision. Now, today, because of the person that I'm connected with, I've got to meditate today before I even do the rest of the readings. It would be better for me to do that, some third eye work. Because I noticed that I struggled a little bit during my visualizations today, but we got it done. So there's angels, and I even noticed that the world is in turmoil, and that is my job. Universally, I will deploy angels. A lot of us do. And I think it's, maybe they call it activating your light body. Let me see where, okay. Why do I see and feel like I am in a room with a machine helping me to breathe? And sometimes I can hear the blips of a machine from a hospital when I am almost sleeping. So you don't have like a machine that you're hooked up to, pure energy, but you can hear it. First thing that spirit told me is that you're seeing into another reality. There may have been a bad spirit that is upon you that you need to get some help for. My first sister that is in my coven, I cured her asthma. She had very bad asthma. She's on YouTube right now. And so I cured her of that. So if you're having any kind of breathing problems, you can breathe. It just has something to do with your mind and what, because a demon is very deep within a person's psyche or their mind. And so that's what you're at battle with, is your mind. So you're seeing into another reality, which you don't need a machine to help you breathe. You feel terrified. Are you able to get a cleanse? And guys, I think, like, especially during certain months, times of the year, I will accept payment arrangements on the cleanses, but you just got to make sure that you pay it. I've had people that have, literally screwed me, and spirit doesn't really like that. And it's only been few and far between that has happened, but um you got to get, even if you don't have the money. Now, the money work that we're doing right now is so that you will have the money. Like I said, when I do money work for myself, I'm doing money work for my clients. That's why, like, there's some people, they'll come to me, they'll get a reading, and I'll let them know what kind of work that they need. And they'll say, well, Jamila, I don't have the money. And I'll say, well, my spirits will give it to you. And my spirits really will give you the money to pay me. So, as a spiritualist, you literally have nothing to fear, because your spirit should be giving you the power to open up doors for your clients so that everybody can benefit from the situation. And I always tell them, I say, hey, I'm going to give you the money. So I'll loan you the money. I'll give you like a loan or like an advance. I'll give you an advance for you to be able to pay for the work. It's just that simple. It's not that you have to come out here and struggle. If you are a spiritualist and you cannot expand upon your thought process when it comes to that, I've been doing that for years. And sometimes I'll say, send me your picture. And you guys will send me a picture, and I'll imagine you receiving money in excess. I'll imagine you receiving money in excess. And I could have gotten you guys a stimulus check sooner, but Spirit told me not to. And even though it would have made things probably easier on me because the emotional impact of what everybody is going through, it's very difficult. It's very hard. And there have been times to where I have done things that are wrong. I have been wrong. When I went into my lower self and I went on that guy's show on New Year's Eve, I was wrong as hell. I shouldn't have handled it that way. I should have led others better. And I am truly sorry for that. But you know what? I'm not perfect all the time. And I am a human being too. And I get insulted and upset sometimes too. But you know, my uncle comes to mind because he, for some reason, my whole life, when I would go through these struggles, and if you feel like crying, please let it out. Because thinking about what my uncle used to say to me, it's literally bringing me to tears. Because he would always say to me, he would say, "Choose not to be insulted." I didn't understand why all these demons were coming at me. And he would say that. He would say, "Choose not to be insulted." And I was like, "You are crazy. What do you mean?" And now, because he's gone, he's resting in peace. But you know, I can often apply that wisdom. You know, excuse me, guys. Sometimes you do have to understand when you are harming the human side of a spiritualist, because I am very human, and you know, I will throw it back at you what you're doing, because you have to know how it feels. Because the only way that I can help you is if you open up your heart chakra. I can't help you with you being disconnected from your emotions. It is, Ivy Moon. It is. It is. I swear to God, because they'll say, "Oh, you're crying. Oh, you're a crybaby." Oh, no, no. Having the ability to cry is what has kept me from having a literal breakdown and health problems, and you know, and issues, because you have to process those emotions. And when you cry, that means that things are opening up. That means that you are releasing negative energies, because, of course, I care. Of course, I can see that clearly something is wrong. And I'm trying to stay in that mode, especially being a high priestess and having such a huge responsibility and then doing it by myself. I am doing this by myself, and I still manage to look halfway decent. And thank God I lost that little bit of weight, because when you lose weight, you do take pressure off of your heart. And so, you know, that's why, oh, spirits, boy, they was cleaning me out. They were cleaning me out, especially last week. I took that sulfur bath, and I thought that maybe I had put too much sulfur in the bath, but I didn't. Because after I put that sulfur in the bath, because my spirits would not have let me get in that tub if I would have put too much. They would have said, "No, add more water or let some out." They let me get in that tub, and for some reason I was just smelling sulfur for days. And then I went to the bathroom, and literally the seventh circle of hell came out of my body. It was like some deep cleansing. And you know, after that, I felt so refreshed. But right now there's not too many people that are feeling good right now because of what's going on. But I will tell you that coming up in the next 8 days, there has to be that energy to where I am letting you know. And I'm going to get to the rest of your comments, pure energy. It's not about money. I was born with the money that I have. I was born with it. It's my birthright. The whole point is to give you what you need, which is the money that you need. But these people that have been getting free money from me, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't continue to accept less helping people that don't even have enough sense to respect me on any level or to even understand. So I think that, it can't be that soft fall. I went to the spiritual school of the hard knocks. I'm just going to tell you. I have went to the spiritual school of hard knocks. When I do that throat thing, guys, it's spirits bringing through messages. I have dealt with just about it all. Feeling like I'm going to die because of that anxiety. So right now, the narcs are going through a healing process, and it's very scary. Because y'all going to have to heal. The reason why you're the way that you are is because you need to heal. I don't offer healings anymore, but the cleanses will jumpstart you to start self-healing. And that's what the gods want. That's what Saint Raphael wants, who is a healing angel. Yes, I do deal with the dark side, but then again, I also deal with the light side too. I cannot be nice to that demon that you're dealing with. Okay, hold on. Sometimes I frown really bad without reason, like there's something pressing down my forehead. Okay, pure energy, you need to contact me ASAP. You're under demonic possession, sweetie. Okay. And you need for me to bathe you. This is one of the reasons why spirits and you need to be bathed. The people that are meant for me to help in person, those people are close to me to do that, but you need a bath first. You need water therapy, and you probably need some sulfur. But you need to do it under the care of an experienced practitioner. So I can help you with that. But you got to trust me. Okay. And you got to trust that, well, all of those reviews. I don't have my old website, but I can get my GoDaddy website back at any moment that I want. And all of the information is probably still there. I had probably close to 300 reviews on my GoDaddy website. So if I could, if GoDaddy could integrate a credit card processor. Now, another thing, I am going to be getting my PayPal back. That'll be very soon. And then that way I can do that. But the proof is in the pudding. I've been able to help people. And, I feel like a lot of the people that need help the most, they don't have the money. They don't. And I feel you on that. So a lot of them will say, well, why do you charge? Because I have to eat. If I don't have money to eat or to pay my bills, and I'm not going to be homeless. That's not, no, that's not what we do. Okay. Hey, Orion's daughter, grand evening to you too. You need me to cleanse you, though, pure energy. Okay. So you can contact me, but it's not about the money. Look at what I go through: loneliness, isolation. Look at what I go through. You think I'm doing this for the money? I could go and be a realtor and make probably triple this amount, even during COVID, because I'm a witch. So I know how to monopolize any industry that I go into. Any industry. I know monopoly. Okay. I am very, very like most of the people, and I was taught by the best in the most hard way. You know, I can come on here and complain about my family, but a lot of what they gave me, the wisdom. And it wasn't that they sat down and talked to me, it was just everything else that they did. We played big whist, we played spades, we played dominoes, we played the game Monopoly, the board game, which I ordered one for my kids so that we could play Monopoly. Um, that's what you guys need. And obviously this wouldn't have anything to do with my family at this point, because I believe that the members of my family already have this information, which was how I got it. So that's why they're upset with the people that I know, because evidently they know how to deal with the situation better than them. And then that leaves them. Yeah. Yeah. I have been there for people that are spitting in my face right now. You really can't have too big of an ego doing what I do. Okay. I don't have narcissistic injury. It's not that. There's a lot of issues and sexual problems and sexual afflictions that these people have. Okay. And so, I know exactly what you need, but I just can't give it to you necessarily for free, but I can lead you to the help that you need. And some of these people that y'all be trying to go to, you do better doing the work yourself. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Spirits is bringing through a lot of messages today. So I've gotten quite used to it. I have. And, and it will get better. It will. It'll get better. So I'm not necessarily an evil person. I'm just a real person. Hold on, guys. I'm multitasking right now. And by the way, I'm not afraid of demons. I'm not afraid of disembodied spirits. I actually help spirits. I heal spirits. Some of y'all grandmothers need to be healed. I was having an experience yesterday to where I connected to somebody and their wife's grandmother, and she was speaking through me. So I heal those spirits. There are a lot of spirits that need healing. You don't just die and the problem goes away. So I don't just deal with what people think I deal with. I deal with the things that people can't see or that they don't know. Okay, this is one of the reasons why. Okay, if you want to compare what I do with you guys as spirits, because Compare it to that TV show, True Calling, with what's her name? Y'all know that show, True Calling? That's what you could compare, probably 60% of the work that I do for clients. Okay. Because when I see a spirit, or The Sixth Sense, y'all remember that movie? And remember that little boy? Remember that little girl? I never forget that. Oh my God, but I love that movie. Because it just seems like it makes sense. But y'all remember when he would see dead people? Um, and for example, like the one whose mother poisoned her to death. Remember that? Y'all remember that was a good movie. That was a good movie. But she showed up in his tent and she's just throwing up, and he's like, oh my God. And he's scared at first, but then he starts to talk to her and he starts investigating what is happening and why she's there and why her spirit was still sick. You don't depart this earth and you just automatically heal all the time. You don't do that. By us denying it, it just makes it worse. Okay. Thank you, Goddess. So, sometimes the dark goddess has a dark message for you, you know. But at the end of the day, this is what I do. And in order for me to take the upper hand in the situation, I have to tell you what's really going on, because it's not a game. And I'm not playing no games. Trust me. You're welcome, pure energy. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. All right. So I want you guys to say this prayer and I'll convert it to English for you. Hold on a second. Now, this doesn't mean that, because, like I said, everybody can't do their own self help. Some people really need to get help, but this will at least start you off. And it's best to say it in Latin, but you're going to have to, because there's certain visualization that you need to use too. But I will link this to you. This has been on Google for the longest. I started using it when I started my practice. So you guys can go to that link if you guys want to exercise yourself. But, keep in mind, that you have to protect those around you, and you really have to know what you're doing. But it is a prayer that you can say, or you can say this. You can take some incense, or you can take a candle, a white or a black candle, or both. You can even use several candles, and you can say, smoke of air and fire of earth, cleanse and bless this home and hearth, drive away all harm and fear, and only good may enter here. And if spirits threaten us in this place, fight fire by fire and water by water, banish their souls into nothingness and remove their powers until the last trace. Let these evil beings flee through time and through space. Now, that's a quicker one and less complicated one. But when you're under demonic attack, a lot of times people can't talk. They'll try to hem up your throat chakra. That's the first thing they attack is the throat chakra. You be feeling like you got this lump in your throat and you got this pain in your chest and stuff like that, and you'll be feeling all types of way. And I have saved lives because those energies can literally uh, they can cause damage to your body. Okay. And they trying to take y'all out early. And I'm just saying. And so saying that prayer can help you, but the problem is that when you're so far gone, it messes with your ability to visualize and to see. Because I just noticed that when I was doing my meditation, it was like I was doing it, but it was a very different experience. So I've got to go back to the drawing board to where, like I said, right now, I can astral project whenever I want, right? And I can send people healing energy. But I think that right now the world needs to be healed. So pretty much, having that visualization and being there and then allowing those angels to go through me, because I think that they have to have a vessel, because I think that they have people have blocked it out so much to where they would rather just sort of be, they would just sort of rather just be like a walking shell. And that's not what you want either. You want to feel life. You want to experience the joys and the happiness of life. And sometimes you do have to experience the pain. You do. Okay. So that exorcism incantation can help you. I've been planning on writing my own, and I do write my own spells. Like when I do your cleansing petition, I always do them in Ryan's daughter. I thought you had a wrench. I took everybody's wrench from them. Let me give you, because you're the moderator of the Hecate's Realm group. Hold on a second. All right. Yeah. Orion's daughter, aren't you the moderator? Aren't you which one of y'all created the Hecate's Realm group? Because we've got like 78 members, I think. I think we've got like 78 members in the group. And I am sorry if I hurt anybody. Now, I can't just allow people to run all over me. I have to put up my boundaries. But, I am there for any of you that need my help. Because I ain't afraid of no demons or spirits. I'm not. In fact, when I began to work with Hecate a lot, you tend to have control over spirits. But as far as me just going out there and doing free work for people, I can't do that. It is meant for you to help yourself just like I help myself. That's why I look so different than when I first got to Georgia. I don't care what nobody say, I look totally different. Like I look younger than I did when I was 37. When I got to Georgia, I was 37, and I'm 40. I'll be 44 this year. And when I look at myself, I look younger. But see, that's years and years of cleanses and doing the work. And then also cleanses can help you lose weight. They can. They can help you be healthier. And a lot of my clients that are lawyers, doctors, freaking spiritualists, I have like a 60% spirit, like 60% of my clients are spiritualists. 60%. That's quite a big number. So I feel like probably 3 times a year I would recommend a cleanse. But as a spiritualist, I'll do cleanses twice a month. Okay. And then I also, you got to learn about doing the chakra work. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? It does have a lot to do with nutrition. And I have a lot of different things that, like the candle making. And then also there's some other stuff that we're going to be talking about when it comes to kitchen witchery. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Orion's daughter. Because last night, the reason why I was on the attack is because I was protecting myself. Straight up. Straight up. But then here we are the next day, and this is very real. And what my challenge is definitely staying on top of it, because right now there's so much going on and there's so many people right now that need help. And somebody said something about it being a game. No, it is definitely not a game. This is very real. And these energies can and have killed people. And none of us want to leave our families early. We want to be here because a lot of y'all still got a lot of work to do. And I know that there's the fear of death. It's the fear of death. That's why people will come to you and say, oh, you gonna die, because they scared they gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. And it's gonna be okay. There's a lot of people that, and the way that they see it is that I have hurt them. It's been happening throughout the years, but it's one of those things where you're going to have to be strong. By pure energy, peace and love to you, sweetie. So breathing difficulties, anxiousness, to where you can't sit down and think and stuff like that. I know what you're going through, and I know why so many people lean on me. And I don't mind being there for people, but it's time for people to take responsibility. It is, because I had to take the responsibility, and so do you, because some of y'all are supposed to be spiritualists. Some of y'all I'm training, or I'm supposed to be training you. If you have a spiritual path with me, then you just have to accept it. You just have to accept it. If you have a spiritual path with me, if I'm supposed to help you and guide you. And I know I'm a woman, and they say, well, some of these men be like, can't no woman tell me nothing. But a lot of these men are very respectful when it comes to that. They like, yeah, because I've done the live exorcisms, and I just don't get enough from YouTube to do that. But I've done them, and I know for a fact that they know the benefit of it. And yeah, that somebody was saying that they didn't like my voice. I do have that kind of raspy type of voice, and it's because I do have a powerful voice. But I have to have that voice because my voice is what drives those demons and those entities out of people, and it's also how spirits recognize you, and how it's very powerful. Your throat chakra is very, very powerful. It really is. So if I made anybody feel as though I was abandoning them, that's not what I'm doing. But it's been too much, and it's been going on for too long. And so we've got to get to a point where people are understanding that, the place that you're in, you're going to have to come out of that place, because, I've got people that right now, they're established. They're established. And so, and I'm going to have a new, because I am actually doing the advertising for this channel and the Hecate's Realm channel. Whenever I do my search engine optimization, because, it's very, very hard for people to find you, almost like a needle in a haystack. So that's why we do advertising. I actually was an advertising specialist. I did take business courses in advertising too. So it's not just about that. It's about, getting the exposure that is needed and not being stuck in that box to where, this is all that there is, because it's not. It goes much bigger than that. I have people that I just did a reading from somebody for somebody in another country. I have clients all over this globe, and that is not bragging. Do you know how I feel right now? I feel horrible about what is happening to all of you, but it's not my fault. I didn't create that. That was created by something else. When I have told you, look, I come in peace, I come to help you, that is what I meant. But spirit will tell you straight up. They will tell you straight up. They're not going to sit up here and sugarcoat it for you. So I am truly here for anybody that is hurting, because especially when it comes to narcissistic people, y'all are in pain. I feel it. I know you're hurting. Okay. And, I know I'm going to be all right. I just want to make sure that y'all are okay. But I cannot come on here and just give out free work, because I used to do that. Like, especially with my other channel, it was just like, it just seemed like nobody was open to spirit. People, just misunderstanding, scared, still in the same place that they were, being triggered in a negative way. But it's the way that you get things done. If you guys want to be able to relax, because that's the problem, is that you really cannot actually relax and let go. Because, I know that we've been through hell the past 4 years, but y'all been going through hell your whole life. Can't necessarily blame, um, these outside sources. You've got to look within. Okay. So, and this year we're going to be doing a lot of classes, because um, the classes primarily happen in the spirit realm. The last person that was my student, she told me, she said, I've been getting so much information, and that's what it's about. It's about getting the correct information. Yeah, I can't, Orion's daughter, I can't do it for free. It just, and like I said, when you're a spiritualist, you think of all sorts of, like spirit will give you spells. That spell that I did, which is just one of many, because they're very triggered by the blood. They are. And there's other workings that are much, much, much more complicated, involving that, to where, because um I haven't saved my blood in quite some time, but I am going to, because I will be ordering me some more cups to preserve it or to keep it. It's very important. It's what has been essential for saving these people's lives. And most of the women in my family have been high priestesses, including my mother. Yeah. Well, you're in school right now, Ivy Moon. You are in school right now, is what I'm telling you. But I hurt when y'all hurt. I hurt when the rest of the world hurts. Sometimes I feel the weight of the world. And when I feel that way, I know exactly what to do when I feel that energy. But I think that most of these people, I think that they probably have already tried to go the other route, and it just there's no getting around it. You have got to get spiritual help. And medicating yourself is not going to do anything. It makes it worse. All antidepressants, especially if you're doing them Xannies and Seroquels and stuff like that, that stuff is making you worse. It's making it worse. It's making it easier for those spirits to oppress you and attack you, because it tells the mind to not be strong. In fact, if you go and you look up the people that are going through that with the addictions and stuff like that, they'll say that this is the devil. You know, they'll say, oh my God, this is hell, not the devil, hell. They'll say, this is hell, trying to get off this drug and the withdrawal. And not only the withdrawal, but the way the medication make you feel. Don't make you feel good. Makes you feel numb, makes you feel dead inside. So then that means that you need what? You need more stimulation. Okay, trust me, I know exactly. I'm a healer, and that's one of the reasons why um, I was given the knowledge that I was given. Yeah, money is a universal energy source, and money is very, very close to healing energy. A lot of times when I do money work, you'll feel that healing energy. You'll feel it, because money is a conversion. The energy that you're receiving from the universe, the money is a conversion. That's why we don't just ask for $10,000, we ask for 1 million. And I've got some ancestor cash on the way too, and I've got a few ancestor monies that I have to burn. So I will be burning some money for the ancestors as well. Because I do exactly what I need to do, and this is why I've always made out okay. And honestly, when I'm in my lower self, I can wish bad upon you. Really, what I'm wishing bad upon is that demon. I want that demon to starve. I want that demon to die that's inside of you. I don't want you to die. I want that demon to die because it is so harmful. And I do need my husband. You know who I imagine me and my husband to be like is kind of like Lorraine and Warren. The inspiration behind the Annabelle series, or the movie series. And that's literally the way that it's gonna be. But right now I can handle it on my own. I can, absolutely. Because I trust God, and I trust that God is not gonna put more on me than what I can handle. Just trust me, God knows what I can handle. And I have lost a child before. So and this was not a fully grown child. This was a baby that was inside of my stomach, which, even though the baby was very, very small, about 8 to 10, probably about I'd say about 8 inches long. Not 8 inches, not 8 inches. Hold on. Probably about, I'd say maybe like 2 inches, 3 inches, but it still had a big impact. So, I've lost a child and I went through that for a reason. I went through that for a reason because it taught me a lot. Sabrina, what are you going through, honey? Let me go ahead and you know what? I'm gonna grab another deck because I do want to continue this reading. I'm gonna grab another deck though. Give me a second. Okay, I will be right back. Post whatever you needed to post in the chat, Sabrina, and I'll be right back. Um, Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Benedictus. Let me grab my other. Oh, let me see who did. Oh, no, no, no. That's a robocall. I like my phone. My phone tells me when it's a robocall. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put myself between a circle. I'm gonna put some light around me. 'Cause, oh goodness gracious. So right now, the demons and the entities that don't want you to grow or flourish or blossom, they are closing in. on you. Okay, is what's happening right now at this moment. And of course, knowing, I can see this stuff coming a lot. And, the reason why I don't always say anything is because it's something that it's a challenge that many of you guys need to be up for. So, a lot of the people that are on my channel and the people that I'm dealing with, they are also students, but we're all students. I am too. I'm a student too. But I just know a little bit more than the rest of you as far as what's going on. So Sabrina says, I'm going through a spiritual awakening process. What's your zodiac sign, sweetie? Are you an earth sign? Or do you have any earth anywhere in your chart? Spirits, what messages do you have for Sabrina? You may be water. What's your zodiac sign, Sabrina? Heart chakra energy, Sabrina. You've got some past life regressions that you need to deal with. Um, your energy is definitely draining out of you whatever power or energy that you have to move forward in this process. It seems like you need some help with the alchemical aspect of it and transmuting that energy because the sun is in the reverse position. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed, so that tells me automatically that your uh, uh, first of all, root chakra, your connection with the sun, which the sun is God, basically. It's a manifestation of God because without the sun, we wouldn't be here. Nine of Pentacles reverse tells me that they're working on your sacral and solar plexus chakra. You've got to clear those things of either things in the past, going back to when you were about 2 years old, and then even in a past life. Past life regressions are very real and they can kill you. They can make you do crazy things. Okay. I knew it, Cappy. I knew it. Yeah, I could feel it. Okay, the earth sign. The issue with the earth signs is that it's difficult to create that flow because earth, when you think about earth, you're going to think about a rock. You're going to think about either dirt or something that will absorb things but then hold on to it. So you've got to release. Like, for example, for me, I'm a water sign. That's how I'm able to let things roll off my back. Even though a lot of people may see me being a Cancer sun as being a weakness, but it's actually not because I know how to let things roll off of my back and I know how to flow. And so it's much easier. This is the reason why I am very easygoing. I've been able to forgive people for horrific things because you know it's better that way. But being earth energy being let me pull this up real quick because I'm gonna pull up a little diagram and I'll give it to you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hello, Ziana. Hello. Okay, so the four fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. You guys tend to hold on to things. Earthy people will hold on to things for a very long time. and it's very difficult to let it go. You'll absorb it, you'll hold it, and I know this for a fact because I have a Virgo. And it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's all about being able to transmute that energy. Just a second. Okay. So a cardinal sign, zodiac sign person, um, start things while fixed signs turn those ideals into solid plans. Fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So you guys have a hard time with change. So if you're going through ascension, what you're going through is a change. That's what you're going through. And, you're going to need water. Um, so just going over that, let me just, I'm going to link this to you guys. It's a cafe astrology article. You have to learn about astrology. In fact, many of you guys is probably meant for you to learn about astrology. And the people that are thumbs and down, those people are still back where they were at. They just want all of you to be sacrifices because they're not understanding that we're living in the age of Aquarius. So those 8 people that thumbs down is because they don't want you to get the help or the information that you need. They don't. They want you to stay the way that you are. It's the truth. They want things to stay the way that they are, but it's the reason when you're going through a spiritual ascension is because you're experiencing change. So they're like, oh, we want this person to be sacrificed. And so when Jesus was the last sacrifice, babe, and you wasn't even able to sacrifice Jesus. They were not able to not you, but they were not able to sacrifice Jesus because we all know that Jesus resurrected himself 3 days later. So they're obsessed with this. "Oh, we got to have a sacrifice." And so, first of all, you can't sacrifice a witch, and you shouldn't be trying to do work on a witch. But like I said, these people have strange ideals. They were trying to destroy a deity, which is, guys, you can't make this stuff up. They got together in a group and they tried to destroy Hecate. I didn't get that, but it's kind of like, you know, yeah. Yeah, they came in and thumbs down and left because, they're upset and they'll probably attack later. So Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn are cardinal. The cardinal signs are known as the initiators of the zodiac. You are not likely to find a person in this group slacking off. They like to keep one step ahead of the crowd. They have a strong need to control what is happening around them. Cancer controls emotions, home, and family. Aries looks for leadership and control in many areas. Libra likes to control the social atmosphere in their partnerships. Capricorn uses and controls the material environment. Okay. Now, if you are a fixed sign, that would be Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio. The fixed signs are not interested in manipulating their environment as their cardinal brothers and sisters. They are happy to concentrate on personal matters and will resist outside attempts at trying to change their lives. They tend to hang on to the past, which is their biggest weakness, but they are strong in their stability. Taurus is the more mainstream. Leo has a hard time adapting behavior to different circumstances. Aquarius can become stuck in a negative self image. Scorpio has a tendency to get mirrored in emotional mud. However, all of the fixed signs are able to stick things through. Okay. The mutable signs are Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. This group is the most exposed to environmental influences. It's easier for these people to let go, but they do tend to look for security to anchor their own stabilities on. Virgo is very much dominated by his or her environment. Gemini tends to change ideas and directions often. Sagittarius goes through life with a continually adaptive view of things from the outside. Pisces appears to adapt to their environment. Now, it's funny how everybody is doing things in opposite, because as a Virgo, you should be able to let go, but Virgos are known to not let go and to not let go of grudges either. Okay, so it depends on your chart. It does. It depends on your chart. So everybody is kind of going against where they should be, and I'm not. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I am a Cancer, and so that's typically the Cancer nature. And right now, everybody's emotions are being dealt with, which is why what is the most killer? Stress, anxiety, heart disease is a huge killer of people, which is related to the heart chakra. I know for a fact that Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses are supposed to have the ability to adapt to change, but for some reason, many of them are not. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ivy Moon. Basically, that's what he did was he healed. He healed himself is what he did. But there were no hospitals back then. When you think about the physical trauma, and to be honest with you, a lot of that was symbolic. Because as a high priestess, there's sometimes I wake up with scratches on my body, and I have actually had stigmatas before. So it's a very real thing, and a lot of people, they take death as being very physical, but death is more of a metaphysical occurrence. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and we're all growing, and I'm going through a growing process as well. But I know that there's a lot of people that they want things to, oh, well, we want this to last until this and this date, or until this date, and this is not what we can do. This is one of the reasons why I am a Gemini according to the 13th sign astrology, but we're not doing 13th sign astrology. I'm a Cancer. And then also, when you look at my chart, even as a Gemini, I'm still a Leo rising, I'm still a Virgo moon, and I'm still a Taurus Venus. And Gemini is in my Mars. It's one other one. And then I've got a Neptune in Sagittarius. So my chart is really mixed up. Like, I have a very wide variety of different signs, and then my Lilith is in Gemini. So I deal with things in different ways. But right now, today, especially 8 days before this full moon, guys, we got to get it going. And then, there's a lot of things that because as far as my free time to give certain people attention, that's going to stop. I've been using my free time, and that's something that I can't do because there's a lot of things that I'm planning on doing socially that have to happen, and they can't hold me up any longer. Their main thing is to isolate me. They know certain things. They know that my sister that's in my coven is coming to visit me. We've got some important things to do. And it's a fear factor for these people. They don't want to see women get together and come together and make those changes that need to be made. They don't. Mhm. Mhm. Exactly. When you go, but they don't want you to tell people. They want to, and it's all about the ego. But when I say something publicly about anybody, it's so that everybody else can know, look, I ain't what you think this is, and I don't have to protect somebody's ego. I am not here to protect your super ego. I'm not. In fact, I want to destroy it. I need for you to cry. I need for you to break down. The reason why you have to do that is because you have got to release yourself from those negative emotions and start to transmute that energy, period. And we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. And it looks like some people, I'm all for it. Let's do it the hard way if that's what you decide to do. Yeah. Well, that's because it's a lot of people that really need help. And so that's why I am saying that, I can help people, but first of all, I can't help you if you don't ask me because then I won't have your consent. Does that make sense? I got to have your consent to help you. Yeah. But see, Orion's daughter, try not to look at it that way. Try not to look at it that way. People are doing the things that they're doing because they are confused. And when you have the responsibility as a high priestess, you have to understand people. Orion's daughter, we are experiencing what can be considered, hey, Shireen, we are experiencing what can be saw as the zombie apocalypse. So if you were sitting next to a zombie, a zombie is going to eat you. They're going to eat your brain. And I've been having zombie dreams. I had another dream. I went to the underworld the other night. It was really a trip. But you can tell when Lilith is coming into play because that's one of her signs when you start dreaming in color and you start having all these bright dreams and yeah. So, and not connecting with that because right now the empaths, you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to disconnect from what that demon is trying to do with us so that we don't feel fucked over and take responsibility for what we're supposed to be doing, especially if you're a spiritualist. And I've got a few clients that are coming in at the end of this week, quite a few, and I've got to be prepared for it. Now, the people that you love and care about, you don't necessarily have to. You was watching Resident Evil. I like that movie Underworld. That's a good movie. Um, but it's gonna have to be done because I've seen how it is, and for some reason they do lose their memory because it's best to forget. And then especially if you're going through it with your loved ones, yeah, we have work to do. We don't have time to get connected with the emotional aspect of it. In fact, they don't even want us to because it's yeah, we are supposed to have empathy for them, absolutely. And the demons don't want us to have empathy because they like, oh, these people are the sacrifices. Well, I can tell you that as a witch, as a very powerful witch, I ain't gotta have you as no sacrifice. I ain't trying to sacrifice nobody, and I'm not sacrificing nobody. I ain't sacrificing nobody I love, and I ain't sacrificing nobody I care about. Ain't because we're past that. We have expanded upon that, and that really is Christ consciousness. If you are consciously connected to Christ, then you understand that. And really nobody has the power to sacrifice you except for you. So there's a lot of people that are very, very miseducated, is what I'll say. They're miseducated because I'm gonna tell you something. The mind is a very, very powerful thing. Oh, honey, I've been doing it for years. I'm not bragging either. I know it's annoying. I was thoroughly annoyed last night. I was thoroughly annoyed earlier this morning during the witching hour. And of course, I lashed out and I forgive myself for doing that. Y'all know what I've been wanting is a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. And there was this restaurant in my hometown. First of all, my hometown has a lot of different restaurants. And with the isolation that I've been going through, um, I have been able to go back and visit. But they have this because, and I wouldn't, there's certain things that I wouldn't do, certain moves that I wouldn't make if I went back there. But there was this place called Steak and Shake, and it's just delicious. And so for some reason, I'm just crazy because I'm hungry. I'm about to go get me something to eat, y'all. I gotta go get me something to eat. Is what I'm about to do. I got to eat lunch. So, because I'm a high priestess, but I don't be sitting here fasting. I don't do that. You got to eat. You got to eat, man, because wow, you got to feed your brain. You got to feed your heart. You do. Otherwise, you won't have any energy. You know, Geno's and Pat's Steaks in the house. There's another restaurant over in Kansas City, Missouri, over on Warnell Road, like about something 80 something, called Tassos. They have the best Greek cuisine. You have not had Greek food if you have not eaten from this restaurant. I don't care what nobody says. And I know the family that owns that restaurant. They're Greeks, authentic Greek people, okay, that own that restaurant. And they have the best. So I've been planning a trip to go back and visit my hometown for a while now. And, there's energies over here in Georgia that don't want me to go nowhere. So they figure, let me isolate her because, the last time I went back to visit my hometown, it was very traumatizing for these people. They were so upset. And then I documented it on YouTube and they were really upset. I never forget that. They were very upset about me going back to visit. So you're from Philly? Oh, I bet you see, and I bet you y'all got the best Philly cheesesteaks over there. I would like to visit over there, Ivy Moon. I would. I'd like to visit a lot of places. I would love to do more traveling. But since I've been dealing with my twin flame, so that's what I've been dealing with for the past 6 years is my twin flame. And you know what? I was wondering, can you sneak food in your purse on a plane? I wish that they had that Tassos down here, but they don't. They're only in Kansas City. They don't have like a franchise. They just have that one restaurant and they have the best, like, cause I love Greek food. But I was like, and then also Gates Barbecue. Oh my God, you can only get Gates Barbecue in Missouri or Kansas. The just the best barbecue ever in the world, ever. I don't care what nobody says. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, so my hometown is very rich. People be talking about my hometown, but I rep my hometown. I don't hate it there. It's not that I don't hate my hometown. There's a lot that I miss about my hometown. I plan on going back and visit. There's a lot of people in my hometown that I miss a lot that I plan on going back to visit. But it's just like it's too much manipulation. Don't force me to do it, because if you try to force me, I'm not going to do it, because I'm very stubborn and I have the right to be. Because I don't want to visit somebody that's trying to force me to do anything. That's why I haven't went to go visit anybody. Because if my mother could come and just drag me back to Kansas City, she would do it. My mother would come down here and grab me by the ear and put me on the plane. But unfortunately for her, I'm grown and she doesn't have the right to do that. Okay. And if my mother saw me, she'd be like, oh, you're too skinny. We got to fatten you up a little bit. My mother spoiled me. Whatever I wanted, my mother would give to me. I swear to Goddess. So it's not like I ain't got nothing to go back home to. Anything I wanted when I went to go visit my mother, that's the first thing she do. We'd order tassos. You go up in there, you gonna spend at least $100, but it's worth it because their food is delicious. I mean, you can actually feed your family for a really, really good price there. I don't want to say $100, but they just have the best of everything. Even their what do you call that? I'll have to pull it up because I don't remember the name of that. Hold on. And I think my mama got a husband waiting for me back there. It's a couple of people back in Kansas City. They just think they my husband. Like y'all, y'all think that I'm your girlfriend. Imagine the people back in Kansas City that was around me my whole life. You can like go to a restaurant. Oh my God, they make this, I call it flaming cheese. I'm gonna find out the name of it. Oh my God, it's so freaking good. Oh my God. I have never, and I have had a lot. I'm pretty sure that there's Greek restaurants in New York that are probably really good. Over here in Georgia, I have not necessarily found a Greek restaurant that even makes their, because when I get my gyro sandwiches, I like for them to put the tzatziki sauce, and they have the best tzatziki sauce ever that I've ever tasted. Okay, it's just perfect, delicious. And what I like to do is I have them put the tzatziki sauce on my sandwich and the feta cheese on the sandwich and onions, and they put a couple of tomatoes on them. Oh my God. Then they have the best pita bread. All pita bread is not created equal. Hold on a second. It's called Saganaki. And what they do is they come to your table. They come to your table and they have it like in this cast iron skillet or something that they cooking it. I don't know what it is, but they, over there in my hometown, when they would bring your food to you, and they were really professional about it too. I mean, they come out, they'd have this presentation, especially if they had dancers there, because my mother's a belly dancer. And so she used to belly dance at that restaurant. And so I would go with her when she would go to work um, to dance there. And they would come to the table, and my mother would be dancing around, and they would come to the table. And I think that she took me there on my birthday once too, if I'm not mistaken. I just know it was always a special occasion. Every time you went there, they come to the table, they'd have this flaming cheese. They'd be like, Opa, Opa, just very good energy. Um, But you know that I love Greek food. I've never had. I think it's you can actually make it yourself, and the cheese is actually flaming. Like they put something on top of it and they set it on fire. Oh my god, it's not cucumber sauce. It's tzatziki sauce, but it is cucumber. It is. They use a Greek dressing and they use a couple of other things in it. Um, but it's delicious and you eat it with pita bread and they actually have it to where they put shrimp in it. Um, that's when I first learned that I was allergic to shrimp was eating because you can either have it without shrimp or with shrimp. And how old was I? Like 9 or 10. And we went to that restaurant and oh my god, like I like shrimp. I am terribly allergic to shrimp. And that's when I discovered it and I basically diagnosed myself as a kid. I remember being a kid and I would go to people's houses and they'd be like, I got some shrimp. I'm allergic to shrimp. I can't eat shrimp. Are you sure you allergic? Go ahead and taste it. No, I'm allergic to shrimp. I already know what it does to me. No, thank you. Yeah, yeah, me too. And you know what? Mediterranean food is actually very good for you. It's not fattening at all. Not to say that there's no fat Mediterranean people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you know, I've got a lot of plans with my life and I can't continue to be isolated because of my twin flame. He just wants me isolated. He don't want nobody looking at me. He don't want me talking to nobody. He don't want me to have no friends. He don't want me to, you know, he just, you know, and it's yeah. And I ain't worried. I ain't worried, but I would like to be able to go back and visit my family at some point. But I'm not going to be broke and homeless when I do that. I'm going to have a lot of money and I'll be able to go and take all of my children to Worlds of Fun. Actually, where I would like to go, I'd like to go to Kansas City and take a trip up to the Great Wolf Lodge and take my kids there because I promised them I would take them there. I promised them. We were taking a trip to Kansas City when we were living in Kansas. And, you know, if I find me a good husband over here in Georgia, hell, we may move back to Kansas. I actually like that little sleepy town. I liked it over there. It was very convenient. So probably eventually I might. It depends. It depends on, you know, what happens. You know, I feel like I do control the narrative of that. But yeah, you know, because over here in Georgia, you know, I came here for a reason, but to stay here, my allergies are too bad here in Georgia. And I think it's so I don't, you know, it's kind of up in the air. Eventually I am going to get closer to my hometown, but I'm not going to go back to my hometown, even though I loved it over there in some areas, but I would definitely go back to Lawrence. I loved it in Lawrence, Kansas. It was really, really nice. The energy. They had all these little shops and stuff. They had like a little witchy shop. I would go back there and open up a shop. And I might because you know what? Living in Georgia is actually comparable to living in New York. It's very noisy here sometimes. Yeah, it is Orion's daughter. It is. And over there in Kansas, my I didn't have no allergies. But I'll survive it. I'm not gonna die of an allergy attack. I'm not gonna die. I'll be okay. It ain't gonna kill me. I think that having to take Benadryl, and I take it as least as possible. I think that it's yeah, probably not the best thing for me. Probably one of the reasons why I haven't gotten pregnant. I don't need to get pregnant right now. But yeah. Oh, rest in peace, baby. You said a 9-year old? Oh my God. See, I told y'all. What did I tell y'all yesterday? I said that whenever, so I said it last night. I said, whenever Hades comes up, some people die. So, when them gates open up, not a whole lot you can do about it. That 9-year-old probably moved on to another reality. But the family would have to, I would have to read the situation. Do you know the person's name, Ivy Moon? There's a lot of water over in Lawrence, Kansas, as well. But I loved it over there. It was really nice. I used to take the kids on this nature trail. It was really, really nice. And the kids really liked it over there. They really did. And I gotta go see my grandbaby. I miss my grandbaby so much. I was looking at some of her old videos when she was a little bitty baby. And I was lucky enough that my daughter, when she had her down here in Georgia. My grandbaby was born in Georgia. And I would just love to go and just be able to babysit her, because I would definitely be the free babysitter for my grandbaby. I babysit her for free. I would. So yeah. My daughters don't like it in Georgia. They like it over there in Missouri. And of course my sons, they're just gonna stick by their mama. So it's the way that it is. But yeah, I do plan to be reunited with my family. I do. And I've been thinking about it quite a bit. But I have a lease agreement here. And I got to have my credit and my rental history on point. So when I do go back to Kansas or Missouri, it ain't going to be in dire straits. Not at all. Nah, I'm a much more stronger person than that. Because I came here with nothing. I'm not going to go back there with nothing. That would be ridiculous. That wasn't a part of the plan. But yeah, I do want to assure family. And that's going to be kind of difficult because I'm going to have my husband with me. I'm going to have him with me. And, more than likely, and I'm talking about, like, I know it for a fact. And over there in Lawrence, Kansas, I had never seen anything like it in my life. When I was pregnant with Jacob, I was so scared and I got induced. I had them induce my labor. I went to the doctor on my last appointment and I said, listen, I've got to know when this baby is going to be born, because I've got to plan a babysitter. Even though I didn't really have to do it that way, um, I could have just said, I could have had an emergency babysitter, just where they were on call. But, so Jacob probably wasn't meant to be born until March, because he was just in there chilling. He was comfortable in there, and I just was getting bigger and bigger by the hour. But yeah, so I would like to go back there. And and then I would only be 45 minutes away from family to where I could go and visit. Right now I am 12, what is that, 8 hours away from family. And I'm very, very far away from my kids. So more than likely when I go back there, I'll probably drive, more than likely, or he'll be driving. Because I'm like, look, you got to drive. I'll just sit back and ride. But I was having such bad anxiety problems that, it would have been no way that I could travel back there. I haven't been well enough to even travel, which is bad. And I would like for people to stop what they're doing, because it does because I could go back there and visit and be back here. But I think if I went back there and visit, they wouldn't let me leave. They'd be like, you ain't going nowhere. So when I go back there, I'll probably already have a house set up, and you know what I'm saying? I'll go back to visit because I'll need to go look at a place that I want to get. Um, I never forget though when I had Jacob. That's what I was talking about. I kind of, y'all know how I do. I had never seen anything like it before in my life, but it was like a thunderclap, and then 12 inches of snow just appeared out of nowhere. Like I went outside and it was literally snowing and lightning. And I'm not afraid of tornadoes at all. I grew up with tornadoes. I grew up with ice storms. I love being snowed in, but I didn't like it because I was single. And it was just a hassle. It was a real hassle. So, and then I got scared because there was a pregnant woman that died because she was overexerting herself because she had shoveled the snow. So I would have my son shovel the snow because if you didn't do show snoveling, you would get a freaking fine. And you had to shovel the snow in front of your house because I am used to the snow. I actually like the snow. And over here in the South, it's okay. I like it here, but I do think that I do belong back there, but not until I'm ready. And I'm not going back there alone either. Okay. No, I am not. But yeah, I can make it anywhere. I pay 13.75 a month to live in this house, and my spirits pay my rent every month. And they like, what you worry for? So, I'm a totally different person. Hopefully they'll be able to accept the person that I am because I am at a much more stronger and stable position, and I had to get out on my own and be away from that situation in order to be able to do it. Yeah, I would love to go back to Kansas though. They had like this little witchy shop that I would go and visit. I always tell everybody down here we ride tornadoes and chill under thunderstorms. Now, you know what? Over here in Georgia, it used to rain more. And it's gonna start raining more in the spring. But I noticed that we've had less rainfall over here. I wonder why. That's so weird. Because that's one of the things that I loved about Georgia. I was actually gonna move to Seattle. And I was headed to Seattle, but then it wasn't that plans changed or anything like that. It's just that I had some work to do over here in Georgia. This is where my spirits led me. It ain't no mistake that I'm over here. I ain't made no mistakes. Yeah, it used to rain over here more often and it was really nice. Over in Kansas, it will rain and they have really some really beautiful rainstorms over there, and just the weather changes. Like you'll have fall, you'll have winter, and I did grow up in that environment and I do plan to go back. And yeah, I do prefer to live over in Kansas. Do I have a preference? Yeah, I would prefer to be there, but I'm over here. I got work to do over here that's very important and pertinent to me. And it's really difficult being pulled in several different directions because most of those directions they have no right to pull me there because I really don't have any connection with those other directions. I really don't. Yeah, I loved it over there in Kansas. There's a lot of, especially over there by Lawrence, it's a lot of areas, that you can, so it's, like I said, it's not necessarily up in the air. Yes, I am going to eventually go back there because Georgia it's too many people down here. I prefer to be in a smaller town. I am a small town Midwestern girl, and I prefer that. Over here is very busy. but I've gotten used to it. But and yeah, I would like to go visit New York, but to stay there, hell no. No. I would not stay in New York. I would go visit, but not stay there. Georgia is nice because of the nature, but Kansas and Missouri have equal amount of natures. And then plus I need to go visit my grandmother's house. I need to go and sit by her fireplace. I need to go and take a nap in her living room. I've got to go and visit her grave site. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that is going to happen. You're in Hampton, Virginia. I've been hearing a lot about Virginia. Let's see, I moved in here last March, so that probably will be coming up sometimes in March 2022. And so I know the family watches me, and my family misses me a lot. They do. And there's a few people back in Kansas City. I miss my grandbaby though. I do. I miss her so much. Hello, Outer Banks Witch. Hey sis. I've been hearing about how beautiful Virginia is. In fact, they say that it's the best dating city. You can go there and meet somebody over there in Virginia. But I I went out to explore to find my husband over here because a very powerful witch told me that my husband was in the South somewhere. So, yeah. And you know what? I missed that old channel. That old channel that I had. That old channel that got flagged. YouTube needs to let me have that channel back. They do. They need to let me have that channel back because that's where all of it was documented. The whole experience with me moving from Missouri over to Lawrence, Kansas, and then right before I came here. So, because I was being called here. That's why I'm here. I'm not here by accident or mistake. So, but going back to that little sleepy town would be nice. It would. And I loved it around Halloween. Halloween in Georgia is quite different. It's more of a Georgia is going through, and see, I didn't come here to save the state of Georgia. I didn't come here to be some personal savior. Even though I've done a lot of work over here for people over here, but it's for personal reasons why I'm here. Because I was told that my husband was over here in Georgia. Probably like maybe 15 years ago, I was told that my husband was over here. And coincidentally, I was also told that a woman in the South was going to try to destroy my husband. Yeah, Ivy Moon, definitely Lawrence, Kansas it's a small town and I loved it over there. So I'll be back. But I'm gonna have my man with me. I have my man with me. And so, because that's the type of woman that I am. Oh yeah, I bet it's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. I've heard about it. But like I said, that ain't gonna be until sometime in 2022. And While I probably could get out of my lease and come back sooner, I'm not ready for that because that small town Lawrence that I lived in, I'm going to be retired, but not really because I'll never stop doing work for people as far as spiritual work. Yeah. So I'll still be offering spiritual work for people, but I'll just be in a different location. Oh, you go down to Virginia in the summertime? Ivy Moon said Lake Michigan is a site for sore eyes. Oh, oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Uh, my path is definitely not in Michigan. Now, I will tell you that I do want to go to Alabama. I would love to go visit Alabama. And then also um, Louisiana. I would love to go through there. I would love to go through Louisiana too. Oh, I love my hometown. I do. I miss my grandmother's house. Like I said, I've got to go to her gravesite. And I've got to reconnect with my family. And I know that my aunt misses me. My auntie that raised me, she misses me a lot. Oh yeah, sis, I do. I would really just like to get like a van or either, something with like a little thing because I try to travel light. But because what I would do is I would get my house secured. I would have everything that I was going to keep in my house. I would have it delivered there, and then I would just kind of go on an excursion, or something. But I do, I really, really, really have got to stop being so isolated in the house. That's got to change. So I've been working on the trust, and then also I don't like to drive like that. I've kind of came to a place where, oh, you in Mississippi? I got family in Mississippi. Or is it Oklahoma? I've got family in Oklahoma. So, but I got to work on getting my husband to go back there with me because nah, you coming with me. That's the way it's gonna be. And it's a lot of people over here in Georgia that want to leave Georgia, and I get it. I understand why you want to leave Georgia. I love it here, but I just it's once I fulfill the prophecy as far as to why I'm here, then I can go back, and then that way they'll see me again because there's this big fear also that I'm gonna die like my aunt, like my cousin Nikki, and no, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna come back and everything will be okay. Okay, because it's been people freaking out for a very long time, but trying to force me and trying to do work on me and trying to get together and do all kind of weird things to me is not going to help. In fact, there's got to be a lot of healing energy that happens before I can even come back and visit certain folks. But y'all know the first folks that I'm gonna go and see is my children. And they, my daughters has told me, they like, well, mom, you would see us all the time if you would come back. And I've assured them that Well, I'm assuring them now that I am going to come back. Oh, New Orleans is a place I would love to visit. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go there. I came here and I connected definitely with what I was supposed to connect with while here. And I would more so enjoy that, but it's not going to happen probably for another year. And if they leave me alone, it'll happen. If you keep bothering me, that's the longer you know what I'm saying? But there, there's not necessarily a man back there that I would be coming back to, because you know what I'm saying? So I'm not coming back for no man back there. It's my babies. Because I was looking at a video of my grandbaby and it just really triggered me a few nights ago. I was like, oh my God, I miss that child so much, so. I agree. I do want to plan more meetups. I do want more traveling. I swear to God, is this right here is driving me crazy, sis. I swear to God. And I've been so lucky to find the people that I've found. And then as far as with my clients and just the people that I know here, and just the whole thing is just really amazing. But yeah. So we're definitely on a time crunch because it's a countdown, because I can see myself going back there in 2022. And if you add up that year, it's the number of six, which is the return. So I'm definitely going back there because I would really, really, really like to spend some time with my mother. I miss my mother a whole lot. I do. And I know that the people that are trying to keep me here or keep me in a certain place or want to be negative, I know that they are going to like attack. But yes, I would like, that's my mother. I'm saying that publicly because I know she watches me. Now, if I go back there and my mother is up to the same things and they're up to the same things, then, but it's still my birthright. I love it there. I was born there in more than one lifetime. So I'm definitely a Missouri girl. And ain't nothing wrong with being from Missouri. Okay. And I felt very, very safe there. Felt very, very well taken care of. It's just that my mother, she flipped out after I left because I didn't tell her I was leaving. Because if I would have told my mother that I was leaving, she would have tried to stop me. Just like she tried to stop me when I moved out of Missouri. I couldn't even move 45 minutes away from her. And she flipped out on me. Had my uncle come and yell at me and scream at me to try to make me stay. And it's like, this is weird. But they're still family. It's the only family that I have. But the main reason that I would go back would be for my daughters. It would be for my daughters and my grandbaby. Did y'all know I'm a grandmother? I have a 2-year-old granddaughter. She just turned 2. And next year she'll be about 3 years old. And I have a certain particular way that, you know what I'm saying, like as far as with Halloween and Christmas and stuff. And so I got to, And my grandbaby didn't really like it over here in Georgia. She didn't really like it over here. So, yeah, we are. But you know what, Ivy Moon? I'm too sensitive to live in Georgia. I'm too sensitive. There's a lot going on over here in Georgia. A lot. So I'd be very popular over in my hometown. I'd be very popular, you know. So yeah, I've been thinking about it for quite some time. And then the other day when I was on the phone with my daughter, and my grandbaby is just, every time she sees me, she just kind of looks at me, her little face just lights up. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going back. I really am. I'm not going to another place. I'm not going to another town. I'm going back to my hometown. Now, whether or not in 45 minutes, I liked Lawrence. I didn't really like Kansas City because Kansas City is like a little small New York City, but it's just on a very, very much smaller scale. Kansas City, and it's expensive to live there too. It's very, for what I'm getting right here, a half an acre. Oh, I would be paying over 2,000 a month in Kansas City, Missouri. And there's an area that I really like in Lawrence. Lawrence is just they've got older areas of Lawrence. Oh, would you really? Cool. That's what's up. I would like that. Um, but there's this little area in Kansas City that I really used to like. You go over there, you're gonna pay about $2,500 a month if you're renting. But this year I've got to get my credit together. So this is why I'm kind of I gotta be on my grind this year. I've got to get things together because you can't go back to your hometown with bad credit. You can't do it. You gotta have your stuff together. Because Georgia, the cost of living here is very cheap. I had to come here just so that I could go back there and make it as an entrepreneur, because it is like, I'm telling you, it is expensive. Kansas City, Missouri is an expensive place to live. Why it's so expensive, I don't know. I know that some of the outer lying suburban areas like Raymore, Missouri, and when you go further out south or either north, because that's what a lot of people did. They either went south, they went north, because Kansas City, Missouri is the inner city. That's the inner city. It's like a lot of, but Kansas City, Missouri is cool too. Ain't nothing wrong with living in Kansas City, Missouri. They have a lot of historical areas over there. They've got that jazz district over there. Kansas City is popping. Did y'all ever hear about Donald Trump visiting Kansas City? Something ain't right with that man. He'd be the only president of the United States that did anybody remember President Trump visiting Kansas City? He is out of his mind. I don't ever remember. I wasn't following Trump. Maybe he did, but all of the presidents go to Kansas City, Missouri to visit. They go straight to Gates Barbecue. I'm gonna look it up if he ever went to Kansas City. I'm sure he did. There's a lot of musical talent that came out of Kansas City, Missouri, also. Oh, well, you know what? He was in Kansas City. Donald Trump actually spoke at a rally in Kansas City. So, but it is a lot of violent crimes, but it's mainly in more of the drug condensed areas, and it depends on who you know. Now, when I go back, when I go back to visit, because I'm just planning on going back to visit, and then I'll be able to, if I'm 45 minutes away from Kansas City, I'll be able to go and drive over there whenever I want to. So, because I actually do, I don't mind driving, but I think that I don't know what it is. It just kind of seem is weird. Yeah. I don't know why I don't want to, like, I don't want, like, no shade to Florida, but I just, I'm going back to the Midwest in a year though. Oh, I bet it is, but looks can listen, I'm just gonna tell y'all this. I'm used to the things being real easy. And there's a reason why people want to move out of the South. There's a reason. And there's problems and issues everywhere, but I think that for me mainly is these dang on allergies over here, all this dust and pollen. Oh my God, it when during allergy season, the pollen, it'll literally be all over your front door. It'll literally be all over your porch. Just be everywhere. And I ain't used to that. And I like snow. I was expecting for it to snow. I was very disappointed. Instead, it just got very cold. And I didn't really like that. I like the snow. I like frozen lakes and rivers. Okay. I like to have to, look at the snow and it's so crisp and it's so clear and it's amazing. I love snow. So I do need to go back there and I will, but like I said, there's still work that I'm doing over here in Georgia. Because I would have everything that I need. I know everybody back there. You don't want the ocean washing you away while you sleep. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to live. It really is. It's not necessarily a bad place, but I did like it over in Lawrence, Kansas. And my father lives in Kansas too. And I do need to get back closer to my father. Why? Because that's my father. And yeah. I've been looking at houses over there too because I'll be over there next year. I will be back over there next year. I made the decision. I made the decision a long time ago. Last year is when I made that decision. But like I said, I'm not going to be single when I come back there. I'm going to have a man with me. I'm going to have a man with me. Okay. Hello, Teron Herring. How are you? How are you? So, that's just where I'm at in life and everything. Because, and one of the reasons I would drive 45 minutes to go get some of that Tassos. You know what? Over here in Georgia, they have really, really good restaurants over here. But as far as with takeout, you know, I say that the food quality over there where I'm from is much better as far as like. Somebody doesn't like this news. Look at them. They're just thumbs and down. Are y'all seeing the thumbs up and the thumbs down? I can see them in real time. They mad. I told y'all they was trying to keep me over here. And then they probably think I'm talking about they mad. Maybe I am. I will take your man, girl. Yeah, I will. I will take him. I will snatch him. I will snatch him up. If you think I'm talking about your man, then I probably. Oh my god! You know what I miss? They make this really good Tennessee. It's like it's got whiskey. What is that? Is that a Jack Daniels cake? Oh my god, the food! I came from foodies. Like my family can cook. My mother is an excellent cook. I go back there and eat some of her fritters right now. She makes this thing called fritters. You know, she peels the country style potatoes and she cooks them in butter. She puts a little bit of vegetable oil in it, but she cooks them in butter and she puts her bacon, onion, garlic in there, and you know what I'm saying? And then she slathers it with cheese, with the sharp cheddar cheese. And you know, I'm gonna ask her to use a much more exotic cheese, you know, because I like different kind of cheeses. And then you put the sour cream on top and you got your bacon, and then she makes these Polish sausages where she fries the Polish sausages on the side, you know. So yeah, it's very good food over there. But I got a couple of exes back there that still want me, y'all. They still want me bad. They do. They want me back. And it's this one that want me back, but he's keeping it a secret. We're not gonna talk about him. I'm sorry, baby. They think I believe people, you know, I get what you're saying, but it's kind of like, yeah, life goes on and I've moved on since then. I got a couple of exes over there, boy. When they find out I'm back over there, they're gonna be like, "Where is she at? I must stalk her." And then, I don't think so. And there's no fighting because I've been fighting going back, and I do feel disrespected by certain people that I know, being that they don't respect my wishes, and it sucks. Pagan men over there, yeah. Oh, there are a lot of pagan men over in Kansas. This is where I met Jacob's father. Jacob's father is not that Canadian dude. I met Jacob's father. He drove to my house when I was still living in Kansas City, Missouri. He helped me move to Kansas. Now, I think that Jacob's father has gotten a little bit closer to me, but you know, he travels. He's like a drifter, but I'm not going to be with him either. He's a donor, you know, and he was really upset because he told me, he said, I should have married you when I had the chance. And I was like, well, you know, this is a different type of situation that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't in love with him. I just cared a lot for him. But as far as being in love with Jacob's father, I'm not in love with his father. I'm not. So met a few out of town, but it's like new. You just have to do what's best for you. Life is to be lived, not tortured. Most folks that are messy will give out too early. Will give out early. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. The people that want me back in Kansas City, they have been manipulating a lot of this situation, but I have it under control. I'm the one that's in control, y'all. Just to let y'all know. They've been doing their little manipulation, and it didn't work. It did not work, because I'm coming back for my grandbaby. As I miss her a lot, and I miss my daughters terribly. I do. I miss those little girls. So, um, and I feel very hopeful and optimistic about my future. And that's what's important, And I'll still be High Priestess Jamila. When I go back there, I'm still gonna be doing the same thing. The same exact thing. The only difference is that I ain't gonna have all these damn god awful allergies. Damn. And I'll be down there before the summer of 2022. Around springtime is when I'll come back there next year. So, this has been a learning and a growing process for me. And regardless, hello, Jen, Goddess of Light. Hello, sweetie. How you doing, Goddess? You ain't been in here in a minute. So if they wanted me back there, you know what? Y'all win. Y'all already won. Everybody that wanted me back in Kansas City or close to Kansas City, you already won. I'm coming back. Damn it. Y'all couldn't just let it be a surprise. I'm coming back. Okay. Even like I said, even because they've been trying to keep me from a man because they figure he gonna take her away from us. No, he's gonna bring me back there. Yeah. So y'all won. Y'all did. But it's not in the sense of doing it your way. You have to respect other people. And I'm willing to forgive and forget. I am. I'm willing to forgive and forget. But at the same time, y'all, let me just tell y'all something. Y'all know that when I lived in Kansas City, Missouri, I wasn't around my family all the time. Everybody did their own thing. I was around my mother all the time. I was with my mother all the time when I lived in Kansas City. All the time. In fact, my mother was my best friend. So, I don't know if me and her can be best friends again, but I definitely would like for us to try to at least get along. hmm So, that's something that I've been thinking about, and I decided to share that with you guys today. In the midst of all of this craziness, it could have been done in a more positive way, but everything that happens for a reason. Basically, what I'm saying is that when I move back, I'm gonna be so busy. I'm gonna be spending time traveling, doing stuff like that. I do prefer to live in a smaller town, and there are smaller towns in Georgia, but I prefer to go back to my native land. Let's put it like that. It was good back there. I wasn't running from persecution. I wasn't, there. I have no fear of, I didn't commit no crimes. I was good. I was free to go. I'm free to move about the country if I want. And because, yeah, becoming a witch did definitely lead me into some problems. And there was a lot of things that, because I was kind of ignorant. Like I had went through some stuff to where I was ignorant, and I got very, very, very lucky because I am blessed. So, when I go back there, and they have like a bunch of amazing places and stuff, and, you know, um, back there. And so, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ivy Moon. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I don't know how all of that came out, while we were talking. And I haven't talked to my son about it, but I'm pretty sure that my son is going to be pretty happy because, he misses his family. We all do. But it's not what you do, is how you do it. And I do disagree with a lot of the things that they did. But at the end of the day, honey, I am a survivor. And once I set my mind to do something, honey, I'm going to do it. Now, hopefully, they're not still trying to interfere with my relationships when I move there, but they can't interfere with my relationships. And I ain't got to submit no proof of that either. They ain't got nothing to do with my relationships and how folks feel about me. Because people love me regardless. And I know for a fact that I'm loved. Okay. And it was never meant to be like this tragic end. But yeah, my hometown kind of feels like, y'all know that character on True Blood, Tara. Oh my God, I love True Blood. I might watch some reruns of that today, actually. But y'all know the character Tara, when she had left Bon Temps of Bon for Louisiana, and she had left, but she had came back or whatever. So, that's kind of the same difference, and just coming to grips with, where I came from, and, becoming a stronger person and going through this very powerful transformation that I needed to go through, and being over here in Georgia has been amazing. I love Georgia. I will always come back and visit Georgia. In fact, when I come back and visit, I'm probably going to see more of Georgia just coming back to visit. And being next to this water, being next to Yemiya, being next so close to the ocean has been amazing. It's been very powerful in cleansing me. But I can do that from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can do that from anywhere. So yeah, I know that it's a shock. How many of y'all are shocked after hearing me for 5 or 6 years say I'm never gonna come back there? Not ever. And I've been getting my karma too, because people been like, I never do that. I never. No, I'm going back. My babies are there. And I said, I told my daughters, I said, y'all real strong. My daughters are real strong because it's them that's pulling me back there. It's my daughters that are pulling me back there. Yeah. I don't feel that I'm stuck in Georgia, though, Orion's daughter. This is a journey. And I wanted to give people like a um and I'll do a reading on it too, because I know a lot of people are shocked. There right now where I'm at, the place that I'm at, my ancestors are surrounding me and guiding me, and I know exactly what I'm doing. So I swear to God, I'm good. I don't feel stuck. I'm over here doing important work. I mean, seriously, I'm just telling y'all the truth. So I freed myself of whatever was going on internally. Everything that I've been doing has been the internal work that I needed to do for myself, no matter what was going on. It's been that internal work. And it's all good. Yeah, but you know what? I'm willing to go through that with them, Orion's daughter. That's interesting that you brought that up. I'm willing to go through that because I'm strong enough to go through this. Everything that I've been through, I've been strong enough to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And so even when I leave here, I'm not going to leave here like I'm running from nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When I go back, I'm going to be like, let's go. I'm going to be like, let's go. I'm being very, very high spirits. And it's going to be totally opposite to when I got here. It'll be a totally different energy. It's not going to be anything negative at all, is what I'm telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not that, oh, I'm over here in Georgia and they messing with me and that. No, no. It's a good thing. It is. Mm-hmm. Seriously. So there's nothing sticking me here in Georgia. I ain't committed no crimes while I'm here, so I ain't running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think that the happiest though that I've ever been was when I was in Lawrence, Kansas. I wish I was on my computer. I'm on my phone, y'all. So I can't really show y'all Lawrence, Kansas, but I really did love it in Lawrence, Kansas. I swear I did. It was very convenient to where I could go back and visit family. Even though, y'all, I went back to visit family, man, I was there for like 2 extra months because somebody had vandalized my car. Oh man, I remember this building. Yeah. So, and you know what? Y'all know that when I was in Lawrence, Kansas, I actually joined the coven when I was in Lawrence. So, I know people over there in Lawrence, Kansas. When I was there, as soon as I got to Lawrence, I got pregnant. Like as soon as I got to Lawrence, Kansas, I got pregnant with Jacob. And so I was always at home. And I'm when I'm pregnant, I ain't the type of person to just be all off everywhere. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is because I feel like, even though we got those 17 thumbs down, I think that it's, the gods are approving this message. And you see how it looks like there's 22 thumbs up from my end, including my own. So 2022, 2 plus 0 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So that was the year that I was to return back there. This is the returning year, even though I came down here in 2015. And they were just like, "Oh, you're gonna go through this, and you're going through this, and you're gonna have to go back there." It's like, no, y'all, I do real magic, and I am definitely connected with my spirit. So it's good. So when I go back there, I'm gonna be prepared to make it anywhere. And then also I'm an entrepreneur, so the sky's the limit at this point. And like I said, I can go there and go visit places. My mother used to tell me that a lot. She'd be like, "Well, you ain't got to move there, just visit." Why you trying to move there? Why you didn't go visit? And then I miss my grandmother. I need to go get some of her graveyard dirt. That's where my grandmother's bones are at, is over in Kansas City, Missouri. She's buried over in Missouri. So, you know. Exactly, Orion's daughter. Yes, yes, yes. But I'll probably end up in Kansas for quite some time. I'll retire in Kansas. I don't mind dying in Kansas, in Lawrence, Kansas, whenever I die. And it'll be a good thing because I'll just be over there just all peaceful and stuff and just kind of chilling and relaxing. You know what I'm saying? But I've got many, many years, I don't, I've got many, many years left. So I'm not worried about dying. I'm not one of those kind of morbid people. I don't look at it that way. It's a lot of things that I have a deeper level of understanding for. So, but you're right. It's a journey, not a destination. It is, and it is a part of my journey. And being in Georgia was a part of my journey, even though people did not quite understand. But it made sense for me, for my individual self. You know what I'm saying? For my individual self. It's called individuality for a reason. You have got to find yourself. And that's why we have went on this journey. That's why I'm here. So I don't really second guess. You think I ever sit up here and cry and say, oh my God, I can't believe that I came here. It was a mistake. I regret it. No, no. I don't regret any of my experiences. None of the people that I know. I'm not going to leave this place hating nobody. In fact, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm telling y'all, my husband is in Georgia. That's why I came here. That's exactly what I'm doing. But then again, I also came here because Georgia, when you think about being in the South, sometimes when I think about being here, I think of it almost as the underworld or something. Seriously, because you are South, which is, you know what I'm saying? Over here by the freaking, what is that, the Atlantic Ocean? Is that what that is? The Atlantic Ocean? I remember, y'all, when I had first got down here, I remember picking up on my mother's fear, like the first couple of hurricanes that I was in. I remember picking up on that, like, oh my God, is something gonna happen? Am I gonna die? And then I never was afraid of it. Like I said, I grew up where, like, literally you could be sitting there 1 minute and the next thing you know, there's a literal tornado in the sky threatening to suck you up and throw you back down to the ground. And I'm not afraid of tornadoes at all. And there was actually a tornado that ripped through Lawrence, Kansas before. That Lawrence, Kansas had a really bad tornado. I think it was in the 50s. Hold on, y'all. So, tornadoes, when they touch down, there's actually a couple of videos of that. Historically, um, There was a really, really, really bad one, but I think it was like in the 1960s or something, or in the 1950s. Was it 69, 66? I think there was a F3 tornado that hit Lawrence, Kansas, or something like that. So, and tornadoes, they go over there. There was a tornado in New York like about 3 months ago. So, so I'm used to tornadoes and ice storms and stuff like that. And I remember my grandmother, she had like the best storm shelter, like her basement. Like when first of all, my grandmother's house is just amazing. Just to let y'all know, she has the most amazing house. She sold it to my uncle, I think, for like $1. But like when you went down to her basement, because my grandmother had a shop down there, she had set up her beauty shop down there. And so when you would walk to the back, it was like all this concrete, and it was like a fallout shelter back there. And it was like rooms, because back when my uncles and my aunts were younger and she had all seven of her kids living there, some of the boys slept down in the basement. Yeah, when they were younger, because it was bedrooms put down in her basement. She had 4 bedrooms upstairs and three, I think 2 bedrooms downstairs. So, and my grandmother, I miss her house. I need to go back and visit her house, like I said. I do. I need to go back and visit her house, and my uncle and his daughter. So I love my uncle a lot. And I love my family, never said that I didn't. I don't know why they took it that way. I really don't know why my mother took it the way that she did. She took it totally wrong. But, but that's personal. I'm not going to divulge too much of that, but everybody kind of knows, because y'all know the rumors. Y'all have heard about the shit. Y'all have heard about the shit. I can't let go of the memory of being in Kansas City when I was a kid, and, in my grandmother's neighborhood, and going trick or treating and shit. Like my inner child needs that connection with my hometown. It does. So, because Kansas City is hell. Y'all think nature is in Georgia? Kansas City is filled with nature. It is. Unless you live out in the Raymore area, where there's not a lot of trees and stuff out there. Um, but when I first got to Georgia, I got really, really sick because of the change of climate. I got bronchitis when I first got down here. It was really bad too. So, so that is something that I've been thinking about, but I've been trying to think about how do I integrate it with, the people that and I haven't made very many close connections over here in Georgia, but it's been a few. Yeah, really, I don't know what the hell I was caught up in, because I didn't leave there necessarily. It was more so an inner thing, like I said. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. It's 3 o'clock. I gotta go. I got stuff to take care of. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love, y'all. See y'all later. Can't do no free exorcisms though. I got a lot of work to do. I linked the exorcism incantation in the chat. As far as with people on YouTube, now I don't know a lot of these people on YouTube. I don't know them, and I'll never meet them. So, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Love and light.